What's going on, guys? John here for you. Looking at something totally different today. This is a John Deere Z810a. It's a very good friend of mine's mower. Servicing it up for him. And went and got some parts for it. Nothing wrong with this thing. Excuse me. Nothing wrong with this thing. It just needs the annual service. It's in pretty good shape. Only got 300 hours on it, so it really ain't that bad. These are the new transmission hydraulic filters here, which I'm going to be doing all that work. If I can get them out of the box. These little doodads here. I've got the panel out of it right now to get access to the mower deck. Basically what I'm planning on doing, this isn't going to be a very detailed repair maintenance video, but just, you know, think of it more of as a day in the shop with JD Tractor, right? That's more of what we're thinking about. Anyway, here's the rest of the parts. 2 transmission filters, new air filter. High Guard is the kind of oil that it takes in the transmissions. Yes, transmissions. Spark plugs, a new cap for the top of the caster, a fuel filter, and I got an oil filter as well for it. So that's the deal with this guy. I'm just going to set y'all up, and y'all can just watch me work, basically. If anything interesting comes out of it, I will show you, but pretty much it's going to be a day in the shop kind of video. So my first thing is that I'm going to I need to get my oil bucket and drain the oil out. I'm not sure where the drain hose is for the oil. Somewhere. There's some melted wires or something there. Oh, it's a stick. That's what that is. I'll make sure to get that out. Anywho, go ahead and drain the oil, get the new air filter in, new spark plugs, new fuel filter right down there. So we'll go ahead and get all that stuff put together. And the tires are coming off the back of this thing so I can get access to the transmissions. So those will come off. Probably be a 2-day thing. It won't be for you guys, it'll just be one big video. But then the deck will be serviced, obviously. But anywho, that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna go start draining oil, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Went ahead and took off the outside of the air filter housing. Here's the inner air filter, and it ain't that bad. The outer is a different story. I could probably have blown it out, but you can see some stuff caked down in there. I just went ahead and bought a new one. This thing hadn't had a filter put in it for quite some time, so I figured a new one wouldn't hurt. The oil, see that little 90-degree thing right there? Basically what happens is that little 90-degree has that plug at the end, and you unscrew the plug, and then it drains out from there because it goes right through the chassis and down into your oil bucket. So that's good. I need to do some cleaning back here. Got some mud and whatnot on there. But I did wipe this already, and it's cleaning up already pretty good. So probably next what I'm going to do is I'll set y'all up. And we'll go ahead and clean out the air filter housing. Get the new filter in there. I got some new plugs for it. And I'll go ahead and get the fuel filter put on. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to put y'all probably right up here in this chain box. See? Chain box. So we'll move some of this stuff out of the way. Like that. And then I'll put you all up here like this. Probably set some sweet music, and you all can watch me work a little bit. Somebody put Champion spark plugs in this Kawasaki engine. You guys just saw the spark plugs there. Now, Kawasaki engines don't really like Champion spark plugs. They like NGK spark plugs because NGKs are Japanese, just as Kawasaki engines. Now, it ran fine with the Champion spark plugs in it, but I would much rather see NGKs in a Cowie than Champion spark plugs. That's just me. I got NGKs in all my Cowies, but now an American engine, such as a Briggs & Stratton or my Chrysler, for example, I'm running Champions in there because American engine is better with Champion spark plugs. Kind of know what I'm saying here. Anywho, put the right plugs in it this time, and maybe she'll even get a little bit of better fuel economy. What do you think? Anyway, back to it. Alright guys, here's what we're looking at. Right behind us, so it can maybe help us a little bit more. So, new fuel filter is installed. I gotta move that clamp a little bit, but new fuel filter is installed, the new spark plugs are installed, the new outer air filter is installed. I need to do a little bit more cleaning, wiping and all that kind of stuff. How's our engine oil looking? Well, we're just dripping now, so I'll check it and hopefully we can get some fresh oil in there. Gotta take that filter off of there, that's gonna be fun. Anywho, that's what we're looking at here. But yeah, so I guess the next thing is I'm gonna go ahead and get that filter off of there. Oil filter. Let's see how this is looking here. I'll have to wipe it off to get a good reading, but I'll just leave you guys up here and keep on working on stuff, I suppose. Another trick with these Kawasaki engines is that you can even see it says right here on the dipstick that when you check the oil in them, you do not screw the dipstick all the way down onto the engine. You just basically place it on the threads and keep it there for a second or two and then drag it back out, and we're out of oil, which is good. All that's drained. That's how you check the oil on the Kawasaki. My Kohlers, the two Kohlers I have, are the same way. So, and it's very cold out here, which is why I'm dressed like an Eskimo almost. But yeah, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna start cleaning up stuff before I get the filter and everything off. Maybe I should get the filter off before I do that. Anyway, I'm gonna keep cleaning up, and I'll check in with you guys when I get fresh oil in the engine. And we'll go ahead and crank her up and take it for a spin, make sure everything's looking good there, and then we'll go from there. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna make this my new practice, guys, whenever I do a maintenance. I haven't been doing this in the past, but I'm gonna start doing it. Did it on the X500 that I had previously, that I did the welding on the deck for. Today is the 9th of January, 2017. And this machine has 335 hours on it, so I'm gonna write that on the filter. The old filter, I haven't drained it, but the old filter went on when this thing had 250, I think, hours on it. So it's got almost 100 hours, which that's roughly the interchange or interval for this, except when you're running in dusty conditions, which it was a little dusty. But anywho, writing that on the filter, and the filter is now going to go on. There you guys go, it's running good now. Fresh oil and all that kind of good stuff. We'll hop up on here. And let's see. Pull these guys in. And pull the thing. And turn the parking brake off, because you got to do that. And now we'll pull the thing. So, anywho, he's running good. Next thing, which I'm not going to be doing today, but the next thing to do is I'm going to pull these back tires off and jack the back of this thing up so I can get access to the transmission, so I can get the filter out and get the fluid changed. But I ain't doing that today. It's really cold out here. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the morning.